Hello students. Now I am discussing about embryogenesis. Embryogenesis, the process of formation of the embryo by the continuous division of zygote is called as embryogenesis, where this is the zygote which is formed by the union of male and female gametes. That means male gamete it is released out of pollen grain, and female gamete it is already present in the embryo sac. That means it is present in the embryo sac, which is formed by megasporogenesis. Just in the previous video lecture I already explained it. So finally the output of the fertilization is zygote. Now this zygote it undergoes this many divisions. See how many divisions? Of course detailedly I am going to explain it. By this division it produces this embryo. So till all zygote to embryo, all this it is a process by which the embryo it is formed, and this all events it is called as embryogenesis. Now let us take step after step. Now this is zygote. It undergoes first division, which results in the formation of two cells. See, these are the two cells, 1 and 2. And the upper cell it is called as embryonal cell, which is also called as terminal cell. And the lower cell which is called as basal cell. Now this basal cell, see this is a basal cell which undergoes 3 to 6 divisions. By that it forms linearly arranged cellular mass. See, it is a linearly arranged cellular mass, and this linearly arranged cellular mass it is called as suspensor. And this terminal cell is as it is. But students, see, as I am explaining this, you try to imagine this terminal cell is also undergoing simultaneously. But in the diagrammatic representation, if I start showing that also, you will definitely confuse. So for your convenience, I kept this terminal cell as it is. But the actual process, in the actual process, how the suspensor cell it is undergoing division, like that simultaneously the terminal cell also undergoes division. But for now I can't explain both of them together. For example, if I explain also, if you don't understand, that is the reason why I am taking suspensor first and then I'll go to the terminal cell next. But hope you remember what I told. You imagine these two events are going simultaneously. Now let us take suspensor. Now the suspensor it undergoes basal cell it is undergoing 3 to 6 divisions, which results in the formation of linearly formed suspensor. In that, see the lower cell it is enlarging in its size, and this enlarged lower cell of the suspensor it is called as sac cell or globular cell or haustorial cell. So any name you can write. But in exams what usually asked, they are asking sac cell. Okay, now these are all the middle cells of the suspensor. They remains as it is. They are not changed. They are unchanged. No change in this. Now and the upper cell, so lower cell it converted into haustorial cell, and the upper cell it is converted into hypophyseal cell. What is the fate of hypophyseal cell? Just wait maximum for 5 minutes, you will get to know what is the fate of this hypophyseal cell. And on top of it, as it is terminal cell. Now this terminal cell it undergoes one first division, which results in the formation of two solid states. Sir, I'm really sorry, what is a function of suspensor? I did not tell. Without explaining that, directly I browsed it up to the terminal cell. I'm really sorry for that. Suspensor's job function is, when the terminal cell it is undergoing division, this terminal cell it is actual true embryo. So it is the actual one which is forming the embryo. So it need nutrition. So by the division, it is making this what I call developing embryo to to continuously be in contact with the nutrient medium. So for to keep this particular what I call terminal cell to completely in contact with the nutrition, this is suspensor it is undergoing division. Hope you understand. So what is the job of suspensor? It makes terminal cell to keep in continuous contact with nutrition. That means nucellus. Nucellus means nutritive fertile tissue. So, for example, I'll just tell you. Now, this is a terminal cell. Imagine this terminal cell is here. Please understand. This terminal cell, it is under here. Now, two cells are there. Now, this terminal cell, imagine, just for 2 minutes, you imagine this is terminal cell. This completes the nucellus, the upper nucellus. Imagine this is all nucellus cell. Now, this portion of the nucellus will be completed. That's why this suspensor cell, again it undergoes one more division. So, two cells. So, the terminal cell, it will again go up. Again, this portion of the nucellus, it will be completed. And again, it undergoes one more division. Two cells are formed. So, the terminal cell will come up. Now, again, this portion of the nucellus, it will be utilized. So, like that, to keep this developing embryo to be continuously contact with the nutrition, so this suspensor, it is dividing. Hope you understand what is the job of suspensor. Now, these are two cells. Again, it undergoes one more division, that is a four-celled stage. Now, again, these four cells, it undergoes one more division. It results in the formation of 8 cells. So, one cell, that means one terminal cell or embryonal cell. One embryonal cell, it undergoes first division, 2 cells. Second division, 4 cells. And the third division, 8 cells. Now, 8 cells are formed. That's why it is called as octant stage. Whereas this octant stage, it is also called as a pre or pro-embryo. Now, in this particular octant stage, the further division, that means the fourth division also takes place, fifth division also takes place, but the problem is after 8 a cell, that means octant stage, the cells formation not be counted in form of cells, that means 16 cells, 32 cells. Then which type? In terms of rows, that means how many layers, see the first row and the inner row, like that we will start counting the increase in the number of the cells in terms of rows. That means in terms of numbers only till octant stage, whereas after octant stage, the number of cells will be counted in terms of rows. Rows means number of layers. Hope you understand. So this is the upper row of the cells, and this is the inner mass of the cells, inner row of the cells. And the upper row of the cell, it is called as epicotyle cells, and inner row of the cell, it is called as hypocotyle cells. And after this, what you call embryo, it converts into, this is plumule, and these two are cotyledons, and this is radicle, and this is root cap. So this is a diagram. Now let us still more, even more detailedly, we will explain by seeing this flow chart. Of course, by seeing this flow chart, 100% you will understand very clearly than the diagram. Now, the zygote, as usually, it is diploid. Again, as usually, it undergoing division. First division results in the formation of 2 cells towards micropyle basal cells and towards chalaza, what you call embryonal cell. Of course, it is also called as terminal cell, as I already mentioned it. This basal cell, it is undergoing 3 to 6 divisions, which are linearly arranged cellular mass, that is called as suspensor. Now, the suspensor may last cell, it increases in size and it converts into a haustorial cell, which is also called as sac cell, and it is also called as globular cell. And middle cells may, there is no any speciality or differentiation, there remains as it is as suspensor. Whereas upper cell, it converts into hypophyseal cell, and after the terminal cell is fully formed, it converts itself into root cap. So this hypophyseal cell fate is formation of root cap. Now again go back, then you will understand. Now what I said in the flow chart, zygote, it undergoes division, that I already told in the flow chart. The upper cell is embryonal cell or terminal cell, and lower cell is basal cell, and basal cell, it is undergoing continuous division to form a linear mass of cell called as suspensor. See, I mentioned it in the flow chart. See, basal cell, linear mass of cell called as suspensor. Now last cell, haustoria, middle cells as it is, and upper cells hypophyseal cell. Let me show you, then you will clearly understand. Yeah, yes, I got it. Now the upper cell, hypophyseal cell, and linear cell, and in middle cells as it is remained as a suspensor only, and a lower cell, it is increased in the size and it converted into sac cell or globular cell or haustorial cell. Hope you understand the basal cell. Now, let us take the terminal cell. Yes, terminal cell, which is also called as embryonal cell, it undergoes first division, two-celled stage, second division, four-celled stage, third division, eight-celled stage, which is also called as octant stage or pre or pro-embryo. It undergoes further division. So the cells are arranged in form of two tiers, two rows, two layers. The first layer it is called as epicotyle and the inner layer it is called as hypocotyle. Let us again see the diagram, you will understand so clearly. Now, this is a terminal cell. First division, two cells. Second division, four cells. Third division, eight cells, which is called as octant stage, pre or pro embryo. Now, the next division may the cellular counting is not there. In terms of rows you will count. So this is upper row of cells which is called as epicotyle cells, and this is lower row of cells that is called as hypocotyle cells, and it results in the formation of various parts of embryo. What are they? Let us see what are they. Yes, the upper row of the cells, it forms hypocotyle cells which forms plumule, and inner row of cells which forms hypocotyle cells, and these hypocotyle cells they form radicle and cotyledons. Now this hypophyseal cell it converts into root cap. Again scroll up and you will understand. Yes. Yes, this is radicle, and this radicle it is formed out of what? Inner mass of cells, whereas this is cotyledon. So cotyledons and radicle it is formed by the inner lower mass of cells which is called as hypocotyle cells, and plumule it is formed out of epicotyle cells, and the root cap it is formed out of this hypophyseal cell. So this is how the embryo will be formed, which you will call it as embryogenesis. Students, hope you understand. And this is a very important topic. Yes, I know little confusing, but just listen it carefully, then you will understand very clearly. Okay, now I'm stopping. Today you requested, I'm sorry, yesterday you requested 3 videos: microsporogenesis, megasporogenesis, and embryogenesis. So I explained all the 3 topics. Thank you so much.